Very good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Shall we start?
Yes, sir, we'll start.
Yeah. In today's class, we will discuss about properties of negative feedback as well as four type of and topologies of the amplifiers. First, we will start from the properties of a negative feedback. What are the properties of a negative feedback, or what are the advantages of negative feedback up to till now? Or what are the concept we was learned with respect to the negative feedback? Based on that, can you define what are the advantages of a negative feedback? The
Gain can be reduced.
The first one is the gain
Input
can be
impedance
reduced.
can be
Input impedance will be increased. Output impedance will be decreased. Bandwidth will be increased. Noise will be reduced. And non-linearity can be decreased. And the complete system, it will become temperature insensitive. These are all the advantages of an negative feedback. Out of these advantages, only few advantages or properties of a negative feedback we are examining here with the help of an mathematical model as well as few theoretical discussions. In that, the first one, gain desensitivity. Gain desensitivity. This is totally different of gain reduced. Correct? That concept is different, and gain desensitivity, this concept is different. Gain desensitivity means with feedback and without feedback, what are the gain, it will be fluctuating with respect to temperature, or when you are going to change the BJT or JFET or MOSFET in between the experiment. Due to this condition, the gain, it will be fluctuating. Correct? After using the negative feedback, that fluctuations, it will be minimized or not. This condition I wanted to examine now. Okay. So for examining this condition, I'm going to consider the gain of an amplifier. The gain of an amplifier with feedback, it will be equal to A divided by 1 plus A beta. This equation we only derived in the first topic. This equation I am going to take for examining this desensitivity condition. I am going to differentiate equation number 1 with respect to A. Differentiating equation number 1 with respect to A. After differentiation of equation number 1 with respect to A, what you are going to get, just check it out. The equation number 1, in the RHS side you have, in the numerator also you have A, in the denominator also you have A. So hence you have to use the U by V method. You have to use the U by V method. What your U by V method differentiation says? Anyone?
uh, v dash into u minus u dash into v divided by v square.
Yeah, denominator into differentiation of the numerator and numerator into differentiation of the denominator whole divided by denominator whole square. This is U by V method of differentiation, right? Correct? After differentiating, you are going to get DAF divided by AF. It will be equal to DA, it will be equal to 1 divided by 1 plus A beta whole square. Because of in the numerator, A beta and A beta, it will be get cancelled, and only you will remainder with only 1. So finally you will get DAF divided by DA, it will be equal to 1 divided by 1 plus A beta whole square. This is equation number 2 you will get after differentiating equation number 1 with respect to A. Okay, so equation number 2, I will lightly I am going to do a modification. What are those modification? In the both in the LHS side as well as in the RHS side, I am going to do divisible by AF. I am going to do a divisible by AF. After doing the divisible by AF, what I am going to get? DAF divided by AF. It will be equal to, this is, I will put it in the numerator part, DA divided by 1 plus A beta whole square na numerator lagtini, whole divided by AF. What is the value of AF? AF, it will be equal to A divided by 1 plus A beta. Directly I will substitute here. Correct? After simplifying the RHS, what you are going to get? DA divided by A times of 1 divided by 1 plus A beta. This equation you are going to get. Correct? So from this equation, how we are going to conclude, after using the negative feedback, what are the gain fluctuations it will be there? It is very minimal, And without feedback, what are the gain fluctuations it will be there due to the temperature effect or due to the components change? I mean that it will be decreased. That how you are going to give that conclusion with the help of this equation? Anyone?
The 1 plus a beta is in denominator.
Yes, DAF divided by AF means what? Change in gain with respect to feedback. Change in gain with feedback, it will be equal to, just have a look here, 1 plus A beta, it is in the denominator part. 1 plus A beta, it is in the denominator. Obviously, DAF divided by AF value, it will be very minimal you are going to get. Point something you are going to get. Correct? So ಅದನ್ನೇ ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರೂ DA divided by A ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ 1 plus A beta na ನೀವು LHS ಕಡೆ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ 1 plus A beta it will coming in the numerator side. Once the 1 plus A beta is shifted to numerator, obviously DA divided by A it will become more compared to DAF divided by A. Hence, and finally I am going to conclude, if you are using the negative feedback while designing an amplifier circuit, what are the gain fluctuations it will be there due to the various factors? It will be minimum, it will be very small. Correct? So this is the conclusion part. ಇದನ್ನೇ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. Example, A will be equal to 10,000, beta will be equal to 0.099. If change in gain under DA divided by A is 20%, correct? Then calculate DAF divided by AF. DAF divided by AF na calculate ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 1 divided by 1 plus A beta, right? 1 divided by 1 plus A will be equal to 10,000, beta will be equal to 0.099 into DA divided by A. DA divided by A, it will be equal to 20%. 20% it will be equal to 0.2. Correct? After doing this, you will get 2 into 10 to the power of minus 4. ಅದನ್ನ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟು 100 ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಂಟು 100 ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ you will get DAF divided by AF percent, it will be equal to 0.02%. 0.02% means what? It is a very nominal, it is a very minimum fluctuations in the gain after using the negative feedback while designing the amplifier circuitry. Okay, this is the proof for that. Okay, the same way we will examining the second property of a negative feedback, that is bandwidth extension. Correct? So we also learned about after using the negative feedback, bandwidth will be increased anta ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. At the same time, the same concept we was learned in our regular laboratory with respect to BJT, with feedback, without feedback, how the bandwidth it will be fluctuating. These conditions we was learned ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ I am going to show the graph of that, then I will come to the derivative part of this. Okay, so just have a look of this two graph. This two graph ali madune, the first one it will be shows the gain without feedback. Gain without feedback. The second one is the gain with feedback. Okay, so AM stand for midband gain of without feedback. AMF stand for midband gain with feedback. Comparing to this two graph, which one it consisting of, or which one it will be produces the more bandwidth?
With feedback.
With feedback, definitely, easily we can say that. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಎರಡು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು WLF, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು WHF. ಒಂದು ಲೋಯರ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೈಯರ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ವಿತ್ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. F ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಿತ್ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Just compare WL and WLF and compare WH and WHF. WL ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, WH ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ವಿತ್ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ.
ಯಾವ್ದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ? WL WH? WL it will be decreased, correct? So WL illon somewhere around 1 kilo idre, WLF somewhere around 500 hertz bandide, andre kadme agide. Correct? WH enagide, WH somewhere around illi nimge ಒಂದು 1 mega idre, WHF ಬಂದು ನಿಮಗೆ 3 mega ಆಗಿದೆ. Correct? Andre WHF it should be increased, WLF should be decreased. Correct? Then only you will get the wide bandwidth after using the negative feedback. Correct? So this is the condition explained by this particular graph. Ide conditions na I am going to prove with respect to the mathematical model. For that, what I am going to do, I will take the high frequency response equation. Correct? So this is your high frequency response equation. A of S stand for high frequency response I have represented in terms of an S domain anta artha. in terms of an S domain or transfer function use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ represent ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. A of S it will be equal to AM divided by 1 plus S divided by WH. Okay, this is the S domain representation of the high frequency response. Okay, so ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ AM ಅಂದ್ರೆ mid band gain, WH ಅಂದ್ರೆ upper 3 dB frequency or upper cutoff frequency what you call, correct? So ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾನು with negative feedback ಅಲ್ಲಿ general equation ಬರೆಯೋದಾದ್ರೆ A of S stand for gain with feedback represented in S domain. It will be equal to A of S divided by 1 plus beta into A of S, correct? So now high frequency response of an A of S, I will substitute it into this equation. After substituting the A F of S, it will be become like this. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 plus S divided by WN ನ LCM ತೆಗಿತೀನಿ. LCM ತೆಗ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, in the numerator also I have 1 plus S divided by WH, and in the denominator also we have 1 plus S divided by WH. This part and this part it will be get cancelled, and finally you will get AM whole divided by, after taking the LCM of this, what you are going to get, 1 plus SWH plus beta times of an AM ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಈ equation finally I am going to get. So for getting the WH, what I am going to do, the entire equation, the entire above equation I am going to divide by numerator and denominator by 1 plus AM beta. After divided the RHS term, both the numerator and denominator by 1 plus AM beta, your equation it will be get modified like this, correct? So AM divided by 1 plus AM beta ಬರುತ್ತೆ numeratorly, whole divided by 1 plus AM beta divided by 1 plus AM beta, it will become 1. So SW by S by WH ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, S divided by WH times of 1 plus AM beta. Okay, so avaga this particular portions, according to the S domain, this particular portions I am called as a frequency factor. Which frequency factor we have? High frequency factor we have. So WHF it will be equal to WH of 1 plus AM beta. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? WH it will be extended up to, ಅಂದ್ರೆ H ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, WHF ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ WHF it will be equal to WH times of how much quantity it will be increased. That quantity it will be represented by this within the bracket term, 1 plus AM beta times of an frequency, it will be extended at the high frequency, high cutoff frequency stage. At the same time, in the graph we was concluded low frequency it will be decremented. How much quantity it will be decremented? 1 plus AM beta times of a low frequency component it will be decremented. Okay, so in such a way that we are going to prove the bandwidth extension after using the negative feedback along with this graph as well as the mathematical model. Okay, this is the second one. So based on this concept, we have a one problem we will discuss. For a non-inverting amplifier op-amp circuit, as A will be equal to 10 to the power of 4 at low frequency and a uniform 6 dB per octave voltage at high frequency with a 3 dB frequency of 100 Hertz. Find low frequency gain we have to calculate, then upper 3 dB frequency means WHF we have to calculate. For calculating that, he is given few parameter here. R1 it will be equal to 1 kilo, R2 will be equal to 9 kilo. What is the necessity for giving the R1 as well as the R2? For calculating the beta, we should require R1 as well as the R2. Because of beta, it will be equal to R1 divided by R1 plus R2, resistive element. We are using the resistive element for designing the feedback network. Okay, so after substituting R1 and R2 into this formula, you will get beta will be equal to 0.1. Okay, fine. So now first we will calculate the first question, low frequency gain AMF. It will be equal to AM divided by 1 plus AM beta. AM is given 10 to the power of 4. Beta we only calculated. Just substitute and calculate the AMF. AMF it will be equal to 9.99. The same way, the second question, upper 3 dB frequency means WHF. WHF it will be equal to WH times of 1 plus AM times of beta. Substitute and calculate the WHF. WHF it will be equal to somewhere around 100 kilohertz. Okay, this is the problem. The next parameter, next property of a negative feedback, it is noise reduction. Correct? How the noise it will be reduced means in the negative feedback amplifier. I hope you people are very much aware about the definition of signal to noise ratio. What is the definition for the signal to noise ratio? Signal to noise ratio can be defined as it is the ratio of signal power divided by noise power. Signal power divided by noise power. When your signal power is more greater than the noise power, definitely you will get signal to noise ratio value, it will be equal to higher. Or wherever we are going to get S by N value, it will be very higher. So it will be indicates that the signal strength, it will be very high anta artha. Because of the noise power, it is in the denominator. When the noise power, it will be dominating the signal power, definitely you will get S by N, it will be equal to very smaller value. That smaller value, it will be represent, I mean the complete noise, it will be dominating the signal power anta artha. Okay, that is the definition of signal to noise power. Illi one block diagram na ನಾವು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. This block diagram I have represented in terms of a two-port network system. Correct? So illi just have a look here. What is the general equation of an V naught? On the amplifier ಅಲ್ಲಿ V naught equation ಏನು? V naught, it will be equal to A1 times of Vs ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. I am right?
Yes.
V naught, it will be equal to A1 times of Vs. But here source power is also there, noise voltage and the voltage ಅಂತಾನೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Source voltage is also there, noise voltage is also there. These two sources are in series. When the two voltage sources are in series, ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ addition ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ ಅಥವಾ subtraction ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ?
Polarity ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
Yeah, definitely it will be polarity, correct. But ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ when both the voltage sources are in parallel, obviously we will take one voltage sources for our calculation part and all. At the same time, when the two voltage sources are in series, illu kuda plus minus plus minus plus ಹಾಗೆ ಇದ್ರೆ definitely Vs plus Vn ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ತಾನೆ. This two voltages, it will be added. ಅದು subtraction ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅಥವಾ addition ಆಗುತ್ತೋ, whatever it may be, correct. So it will be addition ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳೋಣ, summation ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋಣ, correct. So ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, V naught, it will be equal to A1 times of Vs plus or minus Vn. Okay, let be clear, confusion clear ಮಾಡೋಣ. V naught, it will be equal to A1 times of Vs plus or minus Vn. correct equation?
Yes.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ನಾಯ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈರ್ ಗೆ ಆಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆದ್ರೆ, ಈವನ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಈವನ್ ದಟ್ ನಾಯ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗೆಟ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಡ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಫೈನಲಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿದ್ದು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ feedback amplifier circuitry. For eliminating this, what we are doing here, just see this block diagram here. We are using a two amplifier block, correct. So this is normal amplifier block what we are using previously, and this is the new amplifier block. Idina noise free amplifier anta karitivi. Noise free amplifier andre yav tara differentiate ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, the gain of this A1, it should be less than A2, ಅಥವಾ A2 is very much greater than A1. ಅಂದ್ರೆ A2 somewhere around 150 ಇದ್ರೆ A1 1 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥವಾ A2 somewhere around 100 ಇದ್ರೆ A1 1 ಅಥವಾ 2 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Correct. So this is the difference. 1 minute. Okay, so A2 it will be very much higher. So ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ, using superposition theorem ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು, ನಾನು finally I am going to write the V naught equation. ಅಂದ್ರೆ your V naught equation, it will be this thing. V naught, it will be equal to A1 A2 Vs divided by 1 plus A1 A2 beta plus A1 divided by 1 plus A1 A2 beta times of Vn. Okay, Vn is the noise voltage, Vs is the source voltage, correct. So this equation we got after using the superposition theorem for writing the V naught, correct. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ superposition theorem na decode ಮಾಡಿ ನಮಗೆ V naught na derive ಮಾಡೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. V naught equation is sufficient for us for discussing the further, correct. So now using this superposition equation, I am going to calculate the signal to noise ratio. Signal to noise ratio andre this term, the first term, it is the signal power, the second term, it is the noise power, correct. So adana numerator ಮತ್ತೆ denominator ನಾನು substitute ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, correct. So that this thing and this thing, it will be get cancelled, correct. So in the numerator A1 is there, that thing also get cancelled. Finally S by N, it will be equal to Vs divided by Vn times of A2, correct. So ಈ equation ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, correct. So previously what we have done, signal to noise ratio, it will be equal to Vs divided by Vn. when Vn is dominating Vs, signal to noise ratio it will be very minimal. When you very minimal andre noise is dominating anta artha. Illi let us take the same condition. So the noise is dominating or the noise is approximately it will be equal to the signal power anta ankondru kuda this ratio it will become 1, but still that 1 it will be multiplied with A2. That 1 it will be multiplied with A2, correct? So generally what is the gain of an A2? Generally what is the gain of A2 compared to A1?
Higher.
It is very high, correct? Generally it will be very high, around 100:1 ratio dalli now choose ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ A1 ಮತ್ತೆ A2 na, correct? So let us take A2, it will be equal to 100. So S by N ratio it will be equal to 100, right? Still V in it will be equal to Vs, correct? So in such a way that we are going to get the better signal to noise ratio for using the negative feedback amplifier. So this is, see here, just check it out here. We are not using only A1 and A2. We are also using the negative feedback here, beta. Correct? Negative feedback we are using here. Correct? So this is the third condition. So idra mele one problem ide. Consider a power output stage with A1 will be equal to 1. Andre gain A1 to gain bandu 1. And input signal Vs will be equal to 1 volt. Okay? And hum means this is the type of noise. HUM, it is a type of noise. Correct? So HUM Vn of 1 volt. Even noise voltage is also 1, Vs is also 1. Andre source voltage and noise voltage almost it will be equal. Correct? So assume that this power stage is preceded by a small signal stage with a gain of A2 will be equal to 100. Just check it out, the gain of the second amplifier A2 it will be equal to 100. And that's and overall feedback with beta it will be equal to 1 is applied. If Vs and Vn remain unchanged, find the signal and noise voltage at the output and hence the improvement in signal to noise ratio. This thing we wanted to show, correct? So first we will list out the given values here. A1 will be equal to 1, A2 will be equal to 100, Vs will be 1 volt, Vn will be 1 volt, beta will be equal to 1. Okay, so now we will calculate individually what is the Vs and what is the Vn. Vs it will be equal to A1 A2 Vs divided by 1 plus A1 A2 beta. Just substitute the known quantities here, and what is the value of Vs? Vs will be equal to 0.990. VON, noise voltage, it will be equal to A1 Vn divided by 1 plus A1 A2 beta. Just substitute and calculate the Vn here. Vn is also will become 0.0090, correct? And signal to noise ratio it will be equal to Vs divided by Vn into A2. Vs ಮತ್ತೆ Vn ಎರಡು ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನಾರು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನಾರು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಎರಡು ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ this ratio it will become 1 into 100. So signal to noise ratio it will become 100. If it is converted in terms of a dB, somewhere around it will be 40 dB. This 40 dB is very good for transmitting a signal from one place to another place using the negative feedback. Okay, so this is the third properties of the negative feedback. The next one and the last one in this chapter, the reduction in non-linear distortion. Okay, so how the non-linearity it will be reduced after using the negative feedback. This is the condition here, correct? So illi enagutte, just have a read out the statement of this, correct? So here there are two curves are there. One curve it will be without feedback, the another curve it will be with feedback. After using the with feedback, the slope of the curve it will be reduced, correct? Along with the slope of the curve, even the gain of an amplifier it's also it will be decreases. Illi enak nan non linearity anta karitini antandre gain 1000 ididu, correct? Finally it will be reached to 100, the 100 finally it will be reached to 0. ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲಕ್ಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ that we what we called as a non-linear. Negative feedback use ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ up to some extent that non-linearity can be minimized. We are not able to convert non-linearity into linearity, but up to some extent we can minimize the non-linearity ಅಥವಾ directed that particular operation towards the linearity ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಈ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅನ್ನೇ ನಾನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, just have a look of this here. With A will be equal to 1000, with A will be equal to 100, AF1 A divided by 1 plus A beta 90.5 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. A 100 ಇದ್ದಾಗ AF2 it will be equal to 50 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Just have a look here. gain of an amplifier, it will be fluctuating from 1000 to 100. 1000 to 200 ಅಂದ್ರೆ around 1:10 ratio fluctuation ಇದೆ. Correct. So in such situation also you will get AF1 and AF2. Just have a compare the AF1 and AF2 value. Here it will be somewhere around 90. AF2 it will be somewhere around 50. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು, 1:10 fluctuation ಆದ್ರೆ 1:10 fluctuation ಆದ್ರೆ somewhere around ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಧದಷ್ಟು ಇದು fluctuation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು 1/10 ratio, ಇದು 1/1:5 ratio. Correct. Around half of the ಅಂದ್ರೆ we are not completely eliminating the non-linearity. Up to some extent we are minimizing the non-linearity with the help of a negative feedback. Correct. So this conclusion we are going to give. Correct. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ gain reduce ಆಗಿರೋದು ನಮಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. This is 90.5, this will be 50. Around half of the gain it will be reduced. For overcoming or for managing the constant gain, we have to use the pre-amplifier stage. At that pre-amplifier stage we have to add it in our amplifier circuitry. Okay, in such a way that we are somehow we can minimize the non-linearity in the amplifier circuit. This is all about your property of a negative feedback. Okay, so we will move to the next topic, 4 basic feedback topologies. What are the 4 basic feedback topologies?
Voltage series, voltage shunt, current series, and current shunt.
Exactly. Current voltage series feedback amplifier, voltage shunt feedback amplifier, current series feedback amplifier, current shunt feedback amplifier. Correct. ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಈಗ voltage series ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ voltage shunt ಆಗಲಿ, whatever it may be, based on output ಅಲ್ಲಿ current ಇರುತ್ತಾ, voltage ಇರುತ್ತಾ, ಅಥವಾ input ಅಲ್ಲಿ current term ಇರುತ್ತಾ, voltage quantity ಇರುತ್ತಾ. Based on that we are going to conclude, or we are generally we can call it as an voltage amplifier, current amplifier, transconductance amplifier, trans resistance amplifier ಅಂತ. ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? Both are voltage, right? Voltage amplifier means output also V0 and input is also V in terms of V only. Current amplifier ಅಂದ್ರೆ both the quantities at the input side or the output side, both the quantities are the current only. Transconductance ಅಂದ್ರೆ
output will be current and input will be voltage.
Exactly. Trans resistance R is equal to V by I. Andre output will be V, input will be I. Okay. In such a way that we are going to divide the 4 type of an topology with feedback. The first one is the voltage amplifier. Second one is the current amplifier. The third one is the transconductance. The fourth one is the trans resistance. ಇದನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೇಮ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದೇನು voltage series, voltage shunt, current series, current shunt ಅಂತ. That 4 topology can also be named as series shunt, shunt series, series, shunt. Okay, so ಈ ನೇಮ್ ಇಂದ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಕರಿಬಹುದು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್, ಆ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಚ್ ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಒಂದು ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ನ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಯಾವುದು, ಮಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಯಾವುದು? ವಿಚ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಿಚ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? Voltage or current, that first word we are using for representing the type of sampling. Sampling ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ನಾವು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಹೌದಾ? Series or shunt, second word, series or shunt, that word we are using for representing the type of mixing. Type of mixing andre that it will be there in the input side. Series mixing andre your source must and should be the voltage source. Series mixing andre the source must and should be the voltage source. Shunt mixing anta andre the source must and should be the current source. Ee ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು we are already learned all the 4 topologies. Voltage amplifier ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, current ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, transconductance ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, trans resistance ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. In regular class, in the prerequisite class only we was discuss this all the concept. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. Series shunt ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು first word it will be using for representing which type of an mixing. Okay, the second word it will be representing for which type of an sampling. Correct. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ series mixing, shunt sampling. Series mixing, shunt sampling. Series mixing andre input source should be a voltage or current source. Series mixing anta andre
voltage source.
Input should be a voltage. ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಎ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಶಂಟ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್. ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬೇಡ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಎರಡನೇ ವರ್ಡ್, ಶಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೀರೀಸ್, ಇದು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಎರಡೇ ಇರೋದು, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಒಂದು ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್, ಎರಡೇ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಹತ್ರ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಈಗ RL ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. RL ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಶಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಂದು ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ನ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ RL ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂತೀವಿ ತಾನೆ. ಇವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮಲ್ಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ನೀವು ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಪ್ರೋಬ್ ನ ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹಿಡಿತೀರಾ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಪ್ರೋಬ್ ನ ಲೋಯರ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹಿಡಿತೀರಾ. ಇನ್ ಸಚ್ ಎ ವೇ ದಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವ, ಶಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವ?
That would be shunt.
It should be a shunt. Correct. So shunt anta andre eno, it is the voltage sampling. Shunt anta andre voltage sampling andre output alli voltage quantity ide anta artha. Series andre normally henge ನಾವು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ತಾನೆ ನಾವು ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಪಾತ್ ನ. ನಾವು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ನ ನಾವು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೆಜರ್ ದ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ, ಥ್ರೂ ದ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
Yes sir.
Yeah, ಇವೆರಡು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಅಟ್ ದ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆರ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಶಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ವರ್ಡ್ ನ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ವರ್ಡ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೀಗೆ ಹರಿತಾ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಪಾತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹರಿತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ವರ್ಡ್ ನ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಶಂಟ್, ಈ ಎರಡು ವರ್ಡ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್, ಶಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್. ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಸೋರ್ಸ್, ದ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಎ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್. ಶಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಶಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್, ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? Correct. So based on this knowledge, I am going to write a block diagram for the voltage amplifier. Voltage amplifier antna ನಾವು series shunt feedback amplifier ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Series shunt feedback amplifier ಅಂದ್ರೆ the first word series, it will be represents the type of mixing. The second word shunt, it is used for representing the type of sampling. Series ಅಂದ್ರೆ the input should be a voltage source, shunt ಅಂದ್ರೆ the output is also a voltage quantity ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಬರೆಯೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನಾನು ಬರೆಯೋದಾದ್ರೆ, your block diagram it will be look like this. Just have a look here. Any confusion? ಆ ಎರಡು ವರ್ಡ್ಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿರೋ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ಗೂ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
No sir.
Yeah, ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ there are four parameters are there: voltage amplifier, current amplifier, transconductance, transresistance. In these three topics we have to calculate ಅಥವಾ we have to derive an expression for gain. ಅದು ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಗೇನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಗೇನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಕಂಡಕ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೇನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೇನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ. We have to calculate the gain and we have to calculate the input impedance and we have to calculate the output impedance. These three parameters we have to calculate. At the same time, what the procedure we are going to follow for calculating these three parameters for the first voltage amplifier, now ಏನು procedure use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, the same procedure we are using for the remaining three. So ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕೆ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫೋರ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕಲ್ತ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ ಮೂರು ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಎನಿವೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ನಾವು ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಈ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಶಂಟ್. ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್. ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಎ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಶಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಶಂಟ್ ನ ನಾವು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಈ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, so if you don't have any doubt in this particular for writing the block diagram of the voltage amplifier, the same block diagram I am going to do a little modification. Okay, adikinta munche. Correct. The same block diagram I have represented in terms of an op amp, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ op amp. ಈ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ನ ನಾವು ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎನ್ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಜ್ಞಾಪಕಕ್ಕಿದೆಯಾ?
Yeah.
ಇವೆರಡು ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್, ಈ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಎರಡು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ವಿ ಎಸ್ ಇದು ವಿ ಇನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಚ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಯರ್, ವಿ ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಆನ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಯರ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಎಫ್ ಎಲ್ ತಗೊಂತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ I have designed with the help of an two resistive network. So this VF I have recorded across the R1 resistance VF. ನೀವು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೂ KVL ನ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? VS minus VI minus VF. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ನೀವು KVL ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? VS minus VI minus VF. Anything change?
No.
Correct, the same ಎರಡೂನು. This is general block diagram. The same block diagram I have represented with the help of an op-amp. Okay, the same circuit diagram I have represented using two MOSFET amplifier. Illu nodi VS, VI, VF. If you are applying the KVL equation here, what you are going to get? VS minus VI minus VF. It will be equal to 0. Correct? Same circuitry using op-amp, using MOSFET. Correct? ಇದನ್ನೇ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಇದು ಡಬಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ಫೆಟ್, ಇದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ಫೆಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ಫೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕಾಮನ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಇದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ವೇ ಆಫ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈರ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿ ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಪ್-ಆಂಪ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ಫೆಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ಫೆಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಎನಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್? ಬಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್. You have to practice this, all the circuit diagrams. In the examination, you have to write it. Any confusions?
No, sir.
Yeah, correct. So now we will enter into an actual derivative part for calculating that three parameters: voltage gain, input impedance, and output impedance. Okay, I think in only few seconds are there. We will discuss that derivative part in the next class. Okay. So I will stop today's class here.